we're breaking news right now. You have President Putin, who has now come out, and that's the news that we are breaking, expressed condolences with the president of Iran over the Supreme Leader Khamenei's assassination. The Russian president has given out a statement saying Khamenei's death was cynical murder that violated all norms of human mortality and international law. Russia, considered a dear friend of Iran, putting out a strong message where President Putin expressing condolences to President Pezeshkian over the Supreme Leader Khamenei's assassination. The statement that has been put out by President Putin says Khamenei's death was cynical murder that violated all norms of human morality and international law. I want to cut across back to my colleague Geeta Mohan, who's been tracking the details very closely. Geeta herself, just about a month ago, when Iran was a question to President Putin when she interviewed him. But Geeta, I want to bring you back into this conversation because all eyes for the last couple of hours have been on the friends of Iran, China, on Russia, on what will they do and how will they react. And it does seem that kind of reaction that we are looking at is going to be limited to a diplomatic reaction right now.
Well, it is a reaction, nonetheless. The Chinese side have come out very strongly and reacted immediately after the attack took place and also after the confirmation of Khamenei's death. This is leadership level conversation, Preeti. This is not the Russian Foreign Ministry putting out a statement. This is Putin picking up the phone and calling President Pezeshkian, expressing condolence and very clearly putting it out there as what America and Israel did is an absolute violation. And that itself is huge messaging in many ways, Preeti, because this is leadership level conversation that's coming out on what President Putin thinks of what's happening right now. When I asked Iran if they would require help from their allies such as Russia and China, Iran said we can defend ourselves. They said that is because they know the complexity of a China involvement or a Russia involvement. They know the complexity of entangling them in this war, but does not mean that they're not supporting them. That these countries are not supporting Iran. All the weapon systems, the money, the fact that Iran has an infrastructure that we showed was beyond anybody's imagination for a country to be decades under sanctions and yet have roads that are unmatched, yet have infrastructure in place that is unimaginable. We saw that in Russia. We're seeing here. We saw all the big brands, Preeti, in Iran. They've just changed their names. So to have all of that, you need the support structure. This support stays with Iran.
You know, Geeta,
whether Iran can manage stability in leadership is more important. Will Mojtaba Khamenei be able to bring about stability and continue in power? That's right now the biggest question for Iran. And that sustenance has to be just for a couple of days because that's all the time all countries have.